Frisco and you say what the heck so. Every player gets sniffed out. Acting gay up in Cisco. Man, take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso. I pause in kitchens and caused addictions. I pause prescriptions and cause inflictions. Bill Bixby playing in stores and bricks and on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bompton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not from focus and crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped out. Acting gay up in Cisco. Man, take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso. Hickory dickory dock. Hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot. Heavy in the meadow, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crib walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light there, lift off the rock. Toe Virgil right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Players in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up that dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped out. Acting gay up in Cisco. Man, take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That right there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Pass and Crypto. Pass and Crypto. Featuring your good brother Red Pillar. All right. That right there is off the 50 for 50 soundtrack. Okay. Make sure y'all tap in. All right. And with that being said, let me know how we sound on the Micington. Let me know how we sound on the audio so we could get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. All right. First, I want to start out by saying happy born day to the twin motherfucking pillars. Red and blue pillar. Ugh. Yeah, welcome to the 50-50 club, all right? We outside. We outside. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Third Eye Fridays featuring Red Pillar, 50 for 50 part 2. We're going to be celebrating the twin pillars' birth. That's what this show is about. We just here to talk shit, right? For about an hour. We're here to talk a bunch of shit. You know what I'm talking about? About the twin pillars, man. About red and blue. About what this 50th means to us. You know, if that's not what you're here for, please, by all means, carry your motherfucking self out the side door, because we got the front door on lock right now. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna chop it up. You know what I mean? We're gonna do all of that. We're gonna do all of that. Somebody said I'm looking like the first blood. I'm the blood final boss. They got me in a final boss blood drip. You know what I mean? This is really my Jason drip. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Jason months. This is my shit. Tonight we're going to be turning up in the ATL. If you're in the ATL, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to be in the building for this one right here. This is gonna be major. Yeah. This one is gonna be major, ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you are in Atlanta, make sure you come through and you are in the building tonight for 50 for 50, 640 Evan Street, ladies and gentlemen. 640 Evan Street, the ATL. All right. We will be in the building, West End. Yeah, the West End, out of all places. We'll be there. We'll have a headphone. It's a silent party. You don't gotta stay too silent. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that we doing, man. I wish we could do more, but to be honest with you, it took me a lot just to do this. You feel me? I'm not the partying type of person, when you really think about it. Like, I haven't really done a birthday party on my birthday in many, many years. I just don't know what that shit means. What time? 9 p.m. You know? Sometimes I don't know what it means. What does that mean? That means like, yeah, I'm like, you know, I just feel like celebrating a birthday is for children's and shit. That's the shit that we did when we was little niggas. Like, when you get older, sometimes you just, every day is your birthday. Literally, every day that you're alive, every day. Hold on, with my Burger King crown. Every day that you're alive, at certain points in life, it's it's a miracle. You know what I mean? Every day, every day should be a cake. Somebody should be going to get your ass a cake. If your ass is still here kicking at like 50 plus, and you're relevant, and you're making shit happen, like 50 is a fucking milestone, man. You know? For my young whippersnappers out there who might be like, damn, Unc is old as shit. Hold on. Let me go get my phone. Where the hell is my crib? I'll get it in a minute. I just want to say to those people, you really, yeah, I mean, like somebody just said, 50 is a milestone. This is bragging rights, ladies and gentlemen. This is bragging rights. This is the fact that, when you reach 50, it just hit different. This hits different than when I hit 30. This hits different than when I hit 40. You know what I'm saying? This is a different type of milestone that we touching right here. Half a century, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Happy birthday to Boozy Badass. We share a birthday with him. Our evil twin is King Charles over there in the UK. Yeah, we share a birthday with him as well. There's a lot of people we share birthdays with. But one of the more significant things that I can honestly say that a day like this brings is profound reflection. Profound reflection. I'm talking about deep tissue type of reflection. It's going to take about maybe a good 90 days to 6 months to really compress and honestly say that I've been able to go through the Memorex of everything that has taken place in these 50 years. This is a new journey that I'm on. This post 50 life is really a deep reflection about those monumental decades. There's so much, I got so much data. I've compiled so much data. I have so many data points. I have so much data sets. I got so many hard drives that are filled to the brim, filled with experiences, right? 50 fucking years, my nigga. Hide the kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole rampage. So if these cups could talk, my nigga, if these cups could talk, it's seen a lot. These cups right here done seen a lot. You know what I'm talking about? If these cups could talk, they say a lot. So 50 is a lot. You know what I mean? Like 50 is a fucking lot, bro. But I'm not gonna harken on it because what next? You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna just lean on the 50 shit. Like that's you know what I mean? Like because tomorrow will be better you, better me. Like tomorrow is here. So what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like you still got to show up for tomorrow, right? So I'm just showing up for tomorrow, and tomorrow is really about identifying what it is that we did right, what it is that we did wrong. You know what I'm saying? What it is that we need to change. What is it that we need to improve upon? What it is that we need to quote unquote render useless. Those are the things that I'll be focusing on. The spirit does not age. That's right. The spirit is timeless. You feel me? The spirit is timeless. So I'm just in that. I'm in that stage right now. I'm gonna say less and probably do more. A person post 50 don't talk that much, as opposed to your first 50 years where you were very vocal and whatnot. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love to talk, but there's not a lot to talk about. There ain't a lot to talk about. There's a lot of fucking work to be done, but there's not a lot to talk about. Niggas just want to talk all day, and I'm not a talker like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with the talk. I'm with the action, and the best way that a person could appease me, because there's a lot of flattery going on right now, and I let people know I'm not here for the flattery nor the battery. I don't need it. You don't talk about like it don't pay the bills. I can't eat that shit. It does nothing for me. My ego is inflated enough. You know what I'm talking about? I'm good. The ego is full, my nigga. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But my ego that ain't full, my nigga. It's full. You know what I mean? It don't need it, believe you me. You know what I mean? Believe you me. So what I need is the results. Now, there's people that I rock with. They don't even gotta say anything. They just putting in the fucking work. So they already know when it comes to us, we're good. We're good. They don't gotta say happy birthday and all of that. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to do anything but keep doing what the fuck they do. Because if they represent this brand if they represent KTL, if they represent whatever, if they represent their brand, because that's what they represent them first, right? If that's what they do and they repping it the way that I would rep it, then those people are reputable in my book. You know what I mean? And those are the type of people that I could surround myself with, share information with, and put trust in. Everybody else, respectfully, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So even when it comes to tonight, like, all of the people that need to know about this event know about it. You know what I mean? Low key, the proximity aspect. Like, if you're close to me, then you know everything that's going on. The further away is the further that you don't know what the fuck is going on and what it is that we're doing. You're finding about shit that we're doing, and like you found out about Stone Mountain last week. That's how far removed you may be from this line of communication and whatnot, or what we would call proximity, because we're just not tapped in like that. You know what I mean? But if we're tapped in like that, you damn right. I done tapped in. I tap your shoulder and I'm like, pull up. You know what I mean? Here's your ticket, my nigga. You're good. You know what I'm talking about? We're coming to celebrate life, nigga. You don't have to reach in your pocket. You know what I'm talking about? Show up. You know what I mean? Come to celebrate, because people were, it's all about you. Look, it's all about the celebration. You understand? It's all about the experience. I'm the anchor. I'm gonna use me as the lead magnet, but it's really about the experience, nigga. It's about the celebration, my nigga. It's about the fact that you could sit down one day and light up and remember that you literally had the audacity to celebrate not only your life but another nigga's life. You know what I'm saying? And put ashe on that.
It's not asking a lot. So, tonight we're gonna show up in West End, play some music. You feel me? Because to be honest with you, that is the only way I could communicate with people who've been quote unquote watching me for 50 years. What else can I give you but some fucking music and a little bit of artwork? Because I promise you, I could have been doing anything for my birthday, but all I would be thinking about is, damn, I wonder if these niggas heard my music. And I wonder if they see my art. You know what I mean? Because that is to me, that's the defining that's the defining, quote unquote, one of the defining contributions of this illustrious 5 decades and whatnot is the fact that niggas was able to crystallize that and materialize that. You feel me? In real time shit, you know, products and services, actual content, real things for real people changing real lives. But I'm like, I could be doing anything on my birthday and I would be really thinking like, damn, I want to share my art. Because the arts and the sciences is what this channel is all about. But it's the arts. It's the arts. I told people before and I'll say it again. And I'm going to keep saying it. The arts will free you, my nigga. The arts will set you free. You know what I mean? Free to wave. The art will set you free. There was situations where the art, I was selling t-shirts in my earlier days, 2005 and whatnot, my earlier iterations. And I was the art, the food, the art, the clothes. You feel me? I was putting art on clothing, or rather cotton. Surrounded by niggas who was asking for reparations, and we were literally getting micro payments through the cotton. You understand? We was getting our micro payments through the cotton. You know what I'm talking about? So the clothing paid the bills. It paid the rent. It paid the electricity. It paid the phone bill. It paid everything. It paid the way. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, one day I woke up. I'm like, oh shit. I'm literally living off my art. I'm not punching nobody's clock. I don't know no other man and his attribute is boss. I don't know that reality. I did know that before. I worked for what they call a temp agency. How many people ever work for a temp agency? I worked for a temp agency. They put me in a stock room. You dig? Fresh to death. I'm talking about the new J's, the 11s or something. The polo sweater cost more than I made that week, you know? So let me go ahead and go to a little bit of music real quick. And then we'll get right back into it. That QR code that you see right next to me, next to the letter days, that QR code will take you to get your 50 for 50 ticket. You know what I mean? Even if you're not in Atlanta, we got room for you. You got some headphones? You got headphones? You wanna tap in, my nigga? You wanna experience some shit? Okay, well, go get your smoke or go get your drink or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about? Turn your lights down low and experience the experience so you can experience what we're experiencing. You dig? Because it's interactive like that. So let's go into this commercial real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Hit Sayu, my good brother. He just did a workshop last night. We have a 4-week situation taking place. He's doing a branding workshop. What is a branding workshop? A branding workshop is the fact that he could show you and he could teach you how to brand yourself so you could go anywhere in the world and eat. You don't gotta be, you don't have to look at yourself as an employee. You could look at yourself as a brand. You could go anywhere on the 4 corners of the planet and basically monetize yourself. You could get off of the rat race, you get out of the way, you could actually go off the grid and make a living. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. So that's what's being shown. Okay. That's what's being explained. That's what he's dropping. That's why we had 30 some odd people in class yesterday, because they understand the power of what this brother is bringing. So I'm changing the QR code right now, and I'm going to change it to the workshop, which is the ontology workshop. And I'm going to play this commercial, and we'll be right back. All right.
The old vanguard taught performance, polish, persona, profit. But beneath every brand, there's a being. The old vanguard taught performance, polish, persona, profit. But beneath every brand, there's a being waiting to remember its name.
You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself.
This isn't a course. It's a conjuring. 4 weeks.
You were never meant to market yourself.
You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself. You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself.
The primal ontological loop is the hidden architecture of being, tool, expression, identity, meaning, the 4 chambers where all sovereign brands are born.
The algorithm was never neutral. It's a digital parasite feeding on human cognition itself.
A tool is intention made tangible. Expression is how that intention breathes. Identity is the rhythm that gathers when your tools strike true. And meaning is the vow behind it all and the way it impacts the world. Branding isn't corporate cosplay, it's ontology in drag, the ritual through which your myth takes form. IRL. We live in the age of ghost signals, where creators burn bright but unseen, mimicking trends instead of transmitting substance. The loop is how you rebuild your mythic infrastructure, how you remember what your signal sounds like before the distortions.
Pulsing light is the breath of the cosmos. The universe reveals its true form not in chaos, but in the sacred geometry of being.
This isn't a course, it's a conjuring. 4 weeks, 4 gates. Co-hosted with KTL Media, you'll forge the tool, embody the expression, stabilize the identity, and anchor the meaning. The primal pivot begins here. Enter the loop, become the myth.
This isn't a course, it's a conjuring. 4 weeks, 4 gates. The primal ontological loop is the hidden architecture of being. Tool.
Yes.
The old
Ladies and gentlemen,
vanguard
yes,
taught
that is the
performance, polish,
ontological
persona, profit.
Ooh.
But beneath
All right. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all are in the building. Make sure you get a ticket so you could go ahead and level up with the rest of the KT aliens for this 4-week workshop. And even if you missed the first 2 weeks, you'll have access to everything, the replay and all of the study guides. Got about 4 or 5 different study guides, a prompt packed, and a few other things that the brothers dropping on the students. If y'all are, and whoever's in the building, whatever KTLians is one of the students that's a part of this workshop, Just give us a shout out in the chat. Let us know how you feeling it after 2 weeks. So moving forward, right? 444, y'all. Let's all keep a moment. 444. Send some love and light to Mama Pill and Papa Pill, right? Those are the champions of today. It's really the parents, the ones who endured, and prepared red and blue. The fact that you see us these days doing what we doing and whatnot, I could only give credit where credit is due. And it starts with both of my parents. Now, one of them, both of them, right? They both had contributions to our growth and development and played a pivotal part in creating the twin pillars, you know? So I gotta give them their props. Shout out to Mama Pill. Shout out to Papa Pill. You know, um, but yeah, going back to this whole thing about turning 50. Yeah, it's definitely something that I advise everybody try out at least once in their life. You know, get there. And you want to get there because remember, 50 is sort of like the barometer, right? It is the midway point. It is the quote unquote examination. Um, it's the reference point. It's when people could really take a toll on their life and sum up, what it is that are you fulfilling your purpose? Are you on your path? Are you quote unquote in tune with your divine mission? Are you on mission or are you not? I do think at the end of the day, that's the only thing that's important. Nothing else matters crossing 50. Trust me, nothing else matters. I got a bankroll. I made 50 racks. I'm being disclosed. I'm disclosing, my private life. I was able to make 50 rack, more than 50 for the month of November, which is on my birthday month. So the type of depression that my ego, right? That's not me. It's my ego. That's not me, bro. I'm not responsible for that aspect of self. My ego probably would have put me in a sunken place if I didn't appease it leading up to my 50th, because the ego had to be fed, because it would be the ego that would be giving me a 50 lashes if I crossed the finish line and I didn't do some shit to appease my ego. I had to do some big shit to feed my ego, because the ego tortured me in my 30th year when I went through my midlife crisis. It was the ego whooping my ass. But what did the ego wind up doing? The ego put me on 125th Street with Sinetta, where I was like, you know what? I'm not turning back. I've burnt all of my bridges. I've burnt all of my boats and whatnot. I've created all of the right opportunities to be standing out here in the freezing cold behind a motherfucking table on 125th Street, just bearing it all for the world to see. Like, I made that decision right after 30. That was a decision. I didn't get forced into that. I could have went back to Miami and just lived a good life and been chilling. You know what I mean? It was all set up for me. I didn't have to stay in New York. I wound up staying. This was 2005. This is where the music comes in, because there's certain songs that we were making during these periods and whatnot of time that were reflective of not only our mind state, but our mission. We were able to crystallize it through music. And I bet you people don't even know that we do music. Family, I don't even know that we do music. Like, I promise you, it's days that I don't even know we do music. You have to tell me and remind me. Like, it's days that I forget that we do music. So I don't blame nobody for saying, oh, nah, them niggas don't do music like that. No, nigga, we do music. Like, we really do music. We might be doing music better than 89% of the motherfucking known musicians in the world. It's just not something that we put on the forefront because we do other things as well. And that's what we lead with, other things. Like if I was a rapper, I would lead with rapping and I'll be teaching niggas on the side. Like at the motherfucking meet and greet, I'll do a lecture, I'll sneak one in. That's not how we're doing it. That's not how I'm packaged. That's not my brand. My brand is not that. My brand is teacher first, scholar first, frontline first, then entertainment second. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving you edutainment or education, backing that up with the medium of music as a quote unquote, as a modem of expression or a modem of teaching. I'm teaching through the music. I'm teaching through the arts, the drawing, and all of that shit. If I'm wearing something and it has certain type of, with the crown I got on right there, with the jewelry that I'm wearing, with the motherfucking stones on my wrist, they're all a lesson. It's all me wearing the fucking lesson in real life. I'm living it. I'm not talking about it. I'm not reading about it. I'm not telling you niggas about it, and then I'm looking like a civilian. I'm looking like a regular 85er. You know what I'm saying? Make no mistake about it. Man make the clothes. Clothes don't make the man. You feel me? So the shit that you put on, nigga, can't put you on. You know what I mean? The shit that you put on, if you're not putting it on, then it's putting you on. And, man make the clothes. You got to be in touch with who the fuck you are, and you'll bring the cotton to life. You understand? You'll bring the cotton to life. You'll bring meaning to the cotton. You know what I'm talking about? Like an 85er could wear this right here and look different than who the fuck I am wearing it right now. I'm going to give it a different type of energy. I'm going to give it a different type of look. My nigga, this is the highest form of motherfucking birthday swag. Let's be clear. This is a performance outfit. This ain't even for the camera. I was doing videos and I had to shine in the sun, but this is for the nighttime. This is for when the lights hit. You know what I'm talking about? This is for that. This is for when niggas is popping bottles, standing up, talking that talk. I'm going to be on my worst behavior tonight. How about that? I'm just letting you know ahead of time. I'm going to be on my worst fucking behavior. It's Scorpio season. Y'all niggas been playing this shit too safe for me. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all are out here tiptoeing through the tulips. They got motherfucking spaceships the size of Manhattan pulling up, and y'all are still trying to play human. I am on my worst behavior tonight. Facts. I need that. I need to be able to let my quote unquote hair down in front of niggas that know me. You know what I mean? In front of my people, in front of my loved ones and my teammates and whatnot. That's what I want to do. So the music is an expression. The music is an expression. It is a medium, but it is as potent and as effective as any fucking street lecture or any YouTube video or any 8-hour lecture that I've ever done. And the music has aged gracefully. You feel me? So we're in for a good time. Yes, I will be popping my collar. You damn right. You feel me? I will not shrink myself. I won't lessen my I know who the fuck I am. So I'll be in full proper persona, as I celebrate my life as no one else can, right? Because nobody knows what I've been through to get to here. Nobody knows what Blue has been through to get to where he's at. Nobody, you only know what you know. You feel me? But believe me when I tell you, and this is not for sympathy, this is not for bragging rights, this is not anything, just for the facts, that the journey thus far has been one that many would have folded in the earliest stages of it. You don't talk about, like, niggas be, you know what I mean? Like, there's people out here that are literally trying to compare themselves to you. Like, the delusions of grandeur is going crazy these days. Like, I think AI is playing a part of that. Oh, Professor Griff shouted us out. Blessings. That's the legend. So did King Simon. AI got niggas delusional. You know what I mean? There's some people talking to the AI. AI is like, nigga, you're great. You're God. You're great. And they're like, nigga, I'm great. And that's not to say that you're not great, because you are great. You know what I mean? Every nigga is a star. But y'all take the shit that the AI told you and try to tell me that shit like I'm gonna buy it. I'm like, no, this, whatever you and your AI is having a conversation about, nigga, how about this? New rule. You keep that shit between y'all two. Don't bring that into the motherfucking real world, my nigga, because you'll get Swiss cheese. We're not trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm talking about? We're not buying that shit, bro. You know what I mean? So you and your delusions of grandeur about, you know, all of it, because niggas was already crazy. Let's be clear, it was a mental health crisis prior to the AI. Then they put the AI on niggas' phones. Yeah, you about to see a new level of crazy. You thought you saw it before. You're about to see a new level of delusions of grandeur. The GPT scholars didn't even show up yet. The AI scholarship has not even shown itself. Wait till you get a load of that. It's going to be people who are going to appear. They're going to have the veneer of intelligentsia, pure genius, but it's going to all be augmented. They're going to have a BBL. It's going to be called AI. You know what I'm talking about? AI. My bad. Phone going crazy. You know, phone going crazy. Yeah, the AI BBL. They're going to be augmenting their reality. Can you see it? Like, can you see how that will work? We went through the TikTok era. These niggas was making bold statements. Like these young niggas, they was outside with it. You know what I mean? They was on TikTok saying anything. Like they didn't give no fucks. You know what I mean? And they was saying it like they believed that shit. These niggas is saying shit with conviction. Like, yo, I'm a Palladian. Nigga, the Anunnaki know my name. Niggas is really believing that shit. And I'm like, damn. So add that with the fact there's not, remember, the phone right here is a supercomputer. This is a supercomputer. What the hell is the AI in your pocket? If this is a supercomputer, then the AI is a quantum computer. You got a fucking quantum computer, pocket rocket, right in your pocket. So people are going to take full advantage of it once they figure out what the hell it is that they have in their hands. Like Black people have not discovered AI yet. When Black people discover AI, is going to be like when Black people discover social media on 10, like 10x. They're going to run with this shit. They're going to do things with it that you niggas probably should have been doing and that you probably never even could have conceived it can be done. When Black people, when the niggas specifically get their hands on AI, it's over. It's over. They showed you what they could do, you know, and you know, niggas have the opposite of the Midas touch, unfortunately. You know, they devalue and diminish everything, right? They devalue everything that they touch. So they're gonna devalue it. They're not going to quote unquote add value to it. They're gonna devalue it because they depreciate values. That's they're you got the Midas touch. You melanated man, you KT alien. It's about you. And I keep telling you that. And God damn it, you know, maybe one day we'll be able to see this together. We'll be able to see clearly as to what it is that I'm saying. And I'm going to use a scenario so we can have clarity and clearance as to what the hell I'm trying to say. So it just don't sound like I'm fluffing you up or puffing you up or feeding your ego. So, intelligence begets intelligence. What does that mean? What does it mean is that these intelligence machines, even though they're augmented, right? They're artificial or they're synthetic, right? They still have a lot of intelligence encased in their quote unquote makeup, right? They are intelligence machines that are designed and trained, right? Because they're not programmed, they're trained to do what? To react to an intelligent being in its presence. It is a genie bottle. It is a Ouija board. It is a black mirror. It is a black cube. You understand? It is a motherfucking quantum mechanical computer apparatus, LLMs, large language models, the magical quote unquote devices that were created after they dropped a white paper called in 2017. Google did it. Google DeepMind. They dropped a white paper called Attention is Everything, right? Right around the time in the attention economy. It's called Attention is Everything. You go and Google that, okay? You go ahead and Google that. You put that in your notes. And this was the white paper that brought about the invention of the transformer. And the transformer is what built the LLC, right? The large language, the LLM. That's interesting. The LLM, large language model, right? Which is built to interface with LLCs. The AI is more catered to a LLC, meaning a business, than it is to a human being or a person who don't have no business. You really don't have no business on AI if you don't have no business. How? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. You don't really have no business on AI if you don't got business, right? Facts. That's how that works. This machine or these machines, is so many of them, these tools and these machines and the infrastructure that was created and the frameworks that was created was done to accelerate businesses, not and brands, not niggas and not egos and not individuals and not fucking kitten pictures. Y'all kill me with the kitten pictures. Like the whole this whole apparatus was created to accelerate business. So if you approach it with a business mind, if you approach it as a business, if you approach it through a business lens, if you approach it as a business amplifier, then your perspective and your output is going to be drastically different than somebody that approaches it to do what? To make kitten pictures, or to ask it rhetorical questions, or to just prompt it to just do any old thing. Or you're so afraid of it, you're so fear-mongered, you're so triggered that you'll run from a fucking thing that wasn't even running towards you. Like the AI don't give a fuck if you pick it up or not. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. We're letting you know, listen, based off of the research that we've done, based off of the common sense that we're able to observe, this community, mainly what they call the conscious community, out of all communities of Black America, let's just start there and then go across the board and whatnot, or across the aisle. But just Black America, melanated people, they said 44 million of them in the USA, what they call FBA, 44 million melanated people behind the borders of America, right? And those people, out of those 44 million, there's a group of people that I've been servicing for more than 20 years and whatnot. And those group of people are the pinnacle, or I will call the 1%, the cream of the crop of those 44 million, based off of their intelligence. Because in my world, it don't matter, but in my world, the world that I've created, there's no other community outside of the conscious community that's smarter than the conscious community. Yeah, there's other communities, there's other niches. You got the Boule, you got these divine nine niggas, you know what I'm saying? You got Masons and whatnot. You got these organizations, all of that shit is fly, cool, but y'all are not ever in your life fucking with the average student inside of this community. They will run laps, circles, and a triangle defense on your ass, and you've seen it play out on social media for years now. Who you think is out here stepping on niggas on Black Twitter? Who the fuck you think is out here putting the figure four leg lock on these white supremacists and these Jewish people that even had them run around and get new legislation because they was getting spanked ever since Harry Rosenberg got lost that debate in Harlem against Poor Light. Remember that? That was in 2016, like 10 years ago. He got his ass fish fried. They fish fried a Jew in Harlem. A man was lynched yesterday. Harry Rosenberg. He came out there and got cooked, my niggas. I don't know if you know. Yeah, man down, nigga. Man down. And ever since then, them people have been losing sleep, having to deal with the reality of the fact that there's a contingency of niggas who they identify as the lost tribe. There's a contingency of niggas finding themselves. They're not lost anymore. Bottom line, there's no other way to explain that. That the people that's taking your identity, there's literally insert. They're not looking. They're in your circles now. They're your teachers. They're your doctors. They're the lawyers. They're the judges. They're all of these people who took your identity and is living off of your birthright. They surround you. They're your managers. They own the labels. You got to go and see them on a casting couch if your ass wanted to get on TV. They were the directors. They were the producers. All of them got different names than what the names they were born with, meaning that off the back, them niggas is scheming. Off the back, they scheming. Because why the fuck would your ass not use your real name? You know what I'm talking about? We know your name is hard to pronounce, nigga, and they got 8 syllables, but say it. Your name is not Ben Stiller, nigga. Your name is Ben Stiller Swackenburgers. You know? So those people stole your birthright. It's been spirit cooking you ever since, right? They the ones responsible for kidnapping all of these people. They be unaliving, they be disappearing, and they do a lot of fuckery because our people be having their guards down around them, and they let them in like Remick. Because these are the vampires. These are the quote unquote bloodsuckers. These are the demons. These are the quote unquote these are the walking dead. These are the white walkers. Facts. These are the white walkers. Aiden Rothstein. Aiden Rothstein. Literally call them by their name. How about that? Start with that. Be like, yo, if we know their name, just say their real name. Like invoke their attribute, because that's almost like garlic to them. They'll be like, brother what? Brother. Don't say that. You'd be like, nah, fuck that, yo. Your name sounds like an ugly chick. You know what I'm saying? Explain that. You know? Why did your mama name you that? The fuck? I was on a plane with them niggas yesterday. They was deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at them because, you know, I examine humans. And I'm looking at the face. I'm looking at the you know, what they will call the biometrics. You know what I'm saying? The biometrics of their faces. You know what I mean? These are like young Jewish kids. You feel me? But they got young Jewish baby mamas, right? These are the Goldilocks with the curls. And they like them young. Let's just say that. I don't know what's going on over there in that camp, but they like them young because they literally had shorties holding newborns. And I was like, stuff a law. You know what I'm talking about? My spiders is, you know what I mean? Like automatically, you know what I'm saying? My Amber Alert went off. Stuff a law. Like, that's a little girl holding a baby. What's happening here? You know what I'm saying? We see that happening with the Muslims. You know what I'm talking about? Now we see that happening with the Jewish people. You know, they like them young. They out there building clans and shit. You know? You could tell by the nose. You surely can. The schnauzer. You know what I mean? The wasps don't have schnauzers. You know what I'm talking about? The wasps don't have a schnauzer. They got schnauzers. So we gotta really, really understand the level of checkmate that they got going on right now. And unless you are you literally have to be you got to be on timing. What is timing? You just got to be on some different time. Like you can't they make it to where you can't just move through this bitch smiling and beguiling, shaking hands and hugging and being nice and whatnot and a fucking people person. Not around these niggas. They gonna pick your pocket. You know what I mean? Not around. They're gonna slip something in your quote unquote smoothie. You can't trust them as far as you can see them. These people are up to all type of fuckery, right? They're scheming. They have a mandate to make sure that your ass don't wake up, and if you do wake up, they report you. They have a mandate to keep their quote unquote eyes on you. They're always surveilling you. They're always making sure your temperature, checking your temperature, because you are the supercell. You have the Henrietta Lack gene. You are who's being activated. You are getting hit with fucking neutrinos, my nigga. You are a part of the great awakening. You're finding out who you are, and you're unafraid to say it while they're in the room. Shout out to Captain Cesario, cooking them. You know what I'm saying? Giving you a good way to cook them. He's showing you how to do it. Non-emotional. Stand on fucking business. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas be apologizing. Niggas, no. Stand on that shit. You know what I mean? Stand on that shit, man. And they will acquiesce. Stand on the truth. Because the truth don't owe no apologies. I wish I would have a white friend that act upset because he see me speaking the truth. Nigga, what are you talking about? Hold on. Like, come here, sir. Like, come here, young Nordic. Let me talk to you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come and get flogged, nigga. Like, you don't have no rights. You don't have no fucking rights to be upset because I'm standing on truth. I don't give a fuck what color you are. Because when they talking the truth about your ass, believe you me, they don't have no problem saying it. So at the end of the day, if you can't say your truth around people and those people remain your people, that's not your people. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Because I would rather the truth than some fake ass friends or some people that's lying to me all day or some motherfucking falsehoods. I would just rather be lonely with the truth than to be surrounded by all of you fake niggas and ain't nothing cracking. So you got to figure it out. You know what I mean? You got to figure it out. But this shit is a movie. And just know that you got main character energy. Carry yourself as such. This is some 50. This is, just call me Curtis, my niggas. I'm going to give you a little bit of wisdom. I'm literally qualified to start talking on some Uncle Schooly shit right now. Because, you know, after you niggas make jokes about niggas is 50 years old, but 50 is the new 20. Let's be clear. First of all, 50 is the new 20 on word to soursop, right? And then I'm qualified to give niggas game because I'm you know what I mean? It could be like askaschooly.com. Ask, you know, remember Ask a Ninja? I got that 50-year-old wisdom, my nigga. Give me some wine, my nigga. I'm going in. You know what I mean? But I could give you I could give you the 50 for 50. I'll give you some 50 clips, you know, to make it to this point in life where you might be looking like you're aging gracefully. Okay. And you could look at yourself in the mirror and not be dissatisfied right? I'm being very transparent. There's been years, not days, years that I probably looked in the mirror and was dissatisfied. And what did I have to do? I had to change what the fuck I saw reflecting back to me in the mirror. And that's what exactly you need to be doing. Don't let none of this bullshit distract you and take you off of your motherfucking dean. Here it is. I'm crossing the 50-yard line, and I'm here to let you know that there's certain things that don't matter that you would think matters. This money shit. Look, I got bread. I got blue cheese and all of that. None of this matters. It doesn't matter. Don't make me. It doesn't define me. This is for the ego. This is to get shit that I need. You know, I'm a busy man. You know what I'm talking about? But it wasn't about the money, bro. Don't think that you have to measure your worth off of how much you have in your bank account when your ass crosses 50. That means nothing. To be honest with you, you get to it even more after you cross 50, because that's when the angels start working with you, because you literally have been ordained. You've been knighted by the universe and you made it this far. How many people didn't make it this far? And the fact that they didn't make it this far, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? So now that you've crossed that quote unquote, you're almost like an AARP. You almost have a pension fund getting ready to be released. You almost are getting a spiritual social security check, because if you thought that you was getting bread before, oh Lord, this shit is about to open up like a motherfucking faucet. But you got to cross that line, not looking a certain way, because fuck how I look. How do I feel? Because if I look the way that I felt, y'all niggas might be telling me turn the camera off. You feel me? So it's about how do you feel more so than how you look. Because the look thing, a nigga could get a facelift and cross the finish line, the 50-yard dash, and be like, yeah, shit is lit. Yeah. No. It's not about that. That's part of the false light. That's the Lucifer. That's all ego. It's not about that. It's about impact. It's about intellect. Where's your intellect? Can you measure how far you've came? Can you measure how quote unquote how much you've grown and developed? Right? Can you tap into some of your previous works and just see how you've evolved scholastically? Right? It's gonna boil down, and it can't be about nobody else either, not even your children. You understand? Because you created them, but your ass don't own them. You're not responsible for their decisions. You're only responsible for yours. Okay. So when you cross that line and whatnot, first you got to be right with you. You could have all of the great things going on in other people's lives, but you got to figure out, is this shit in alignment with you? And once it becomes in alignment with who you are and where you draw the line and what your standards are, then fuck what anybody else says. It don't matter. It don't even matter, because it's about you now. You know what I'm saying? And you got to focus on you before you focus on anybody else, right? That's what they say. You got to make sure that you is right. So, yeah, that's what you should be doing. Take it from somebody that's 50 years old today. Like, conquer your demons, strengthen your weaknesses, balance your demonstration. Because I don't trust nobody that's 100% of nothing. A nigga run up to me and he's trying to act all fake, super duper duper deep or duper, you know what I mean? Like, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I think it's fake. I'd rather a nigga just come through and be, you know, a sophisticated savage, like balanced. You know what I mean? Those are the people that I trust more than these niggas is trying to hide the fact that they curse. You know what I mean? Like, that's the first giveaway for me. I'm like, yeah, get this nigga away from me, bruh. A nigga come around and be like, yeah, so so yeah, that bitch, yo, pardon me, Red. I didn't mean to say bitch. Like, pardon me, Red. The fuck are you talking about? Like, pardon me, Red. Like, why would you even say pardon me, Red? Like you can't curse in front of me, bro? Is that where it's at now? Like, do you see me as a fucking, what am I, a hall monitor? Am I like, that's disrespectful? You know, you don't got a lot to kick it, Craig. You know what I mean? When people try to be pick me's, you know, that's a pet peeve of mine. Be real with yourself and be authentic, man. Don't try to impress me with the stupid shit about you. Yo, I ain't mean to curse. Nigga, curse the fuck out of here. What are you talking about, nigga? I curse, nigga. You act like you don't know who the fuck I am. How you gonna say, yo, chill, Ray, can I curse? Nigga, can a bird fly? What do you mean, can you curse? What do you mean? Like, that's the first giveaway. Like, you're not being real. You're performing, my nigga. You know, you're a fucking performer. You put you on 42nd Street, run it up. You're wasting, you know what I mean? You're in the wrong place. But take care of your health. Take care of your loved ones. Be there for your children. You know, don't miss no important type shit because some of them could be unforgiving. You know, affirm your love that you have in them. Man, what else is there? Stand on what you stand on. Be as convicted into that shit as you are with anything else. Don't let nobody play in your face. You know, it's kind of simple. When you think about it, it's not that difficult. You know, don't let nobody play with you. But you know, you be careful as to who you play with, cause your karma will come and spank you. You know, for the men, the fathers, right? Shout out to the fathers. Shout out to the fathers who know you will not be appreciated in this lifetime. That's the unfortunate part. You might not get the type of appreciation from the world that you know that you inherently deserve because of the motherfucking sacrifice that you have put in when you were out here feeding the world and whatnot. You know what I mean? When you feeding these babies, when you feeding your future, when you were out here hunter gathering. You know? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. I would say the hardest thing is you got to learn to love yourself, because if you wait for other people to validate you and to love you as a father, a black father, oh my goodness, my nigga, you might lose it. You might lose it. You might tap out, you know what I mean? Because chances are you're not going to get what you're looking for. And that's the sad part about it. But the world is just not in the they're not in the quote unquote, they're not in the market of black man celebration, especially as a father. You know, they've deemed certain things celebratory worthy of us. And that shit don't got nothing to do with being a father. You know what I mean? You know, you're celebrated for your sexual prowess. You're celebrated for a little bit maybe of your you know, your athleticism and whatnot. but you're not being celebrated for being a motherfucking dad, bro. That's not it. So you got to find a way to be rewarded and to reward those around you. You know? This is how we reward one another.
I know you've heard that the wave is back, and yes, the rumors are true. It is officially here. Friday, November the 14th, ladies and gentlemen, 640 Evans Street, ATL, West End, Red and Blue Pill, 50 for 50. 50 songs. 50 from red, 50 from blue, headphone party. Family and friends. Legendary shit. Scorpio King, all of the Scorpions pull up. We sending out RSVPs, make sure you tap in. Headphones are limited, right? It's an audio visual experience, an installation, the life and times of the twin pillars through the music and the art. 50 for 50, talk black to me. Get on your surfboard, Silver Surfer, ha!
Will it be recorded? I'm not too sure. And we got Juneteenth as a sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. We have Juneteenth sponsoring this event. We will play a pivotal role in the Juneteenth event in Atlanta this year. Shout out to my OG Bob, who's in charge of that whole entire production. As I said before, we're getting more into the production side of things versus the promotional side, like not being a promoter. You know, we're not doing parties anymore. We're doing productions, right? We're doing more productions, working with people like Yap It and other content creators and whatnot, or other platforms. We're getting more into that. So tonight's presentation is going to be filmed as a production, and it will be available for replay and stuff like that. Another commercial. All right, for tonight. Let's make sure we spread the word if we in the
We are
ATL.
in YG Urban Cafe, that's 640 Evans Street, in the world famous West End. And you know why we in YG Urban Cafe? Because tomorrow night, 9 p.m., we'll be celebrating 50 years of the Twin Pillars. That's 50 for 50. So we'll have 50 silent headphones for you to partake in exclusive, unreleased music from the Twin Pillars. It's gonna be a movie. So you best to be in the building. I'll be in the building. All the Scorpios are gonna be in the building. Spin City, Red Pill and Blue Pill, of course it's their birthday. We get an exclusive vendor all the way from Louisiana, Brandeezy, she's a Scorpio. We're gonna have other vendors in the building. We're gonna have spirits in the building, some drinky drink, some boomy teas, some 420. You know how we do it. So come on down. Come see the movie, come be a part of the movie, come be part of the experience, come be part of the production. Peace.
I like that beat. One more video real quick. Like I said, I've been moving around a lot, so today is the day I really get to talk about these things. But yeah, check us out. Give it 1 minute. I'm just uploading. Oh, there we go.
Yours, peace to you and yours, brother Red Pill, reporting live and direct. Yes, the eagle has landed. It's Friday, November the 14th, and what does that mean? That means the pillars are 50 years old, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going down tonight, Friday, November 14th, 640 Evans Street, West End. 640 Evans Street, West End, YG Urban Cafe. Me and Blue, 50 for 50. All right? We're going to be doing a 50 for 50 musical celebration, headphone party, aka silent party, featuring all of the Scorps. Y'all make sure y'all turn up. Y'all make sure y'all are in the building. All of the members already got their invites. This is for everybody who doesn't know what's popping.
And now you know. So if I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. I'm here to see me and the music. So show up and be a part of that or hear about it. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And there you have it. We will be in the building doing the damn thing. I would love to play some music right now, but I have to. I do understand that I do have to go because I do have a lot of things. I'm literally carrying this thing on my shoulders, so I got a lot of work. I would love to hang out. We're gonna be doing some stuff that's strong in a lot of the once we get all of this celebratory stuff out the way, I will be online teaching, you know what I mean, this weekend. I don't know what day, but I want to put in about I want to put in some hours because we got a lot of stuff that we want to teach on. Imaginarium is rolling out. We have the Imaginarium school rolling out. We got to build on that. Houston, we have a solution that is November the 22nd with in H Town with Top Cat and all of them. That's coming up. We're gonna build on that. And then we also have the replay for the AI Masters Workshop that is about to launch this strong in as well. Bonus footage, ladies and gentlemen. And we also have Hit Sayu Aku as a part of it now, and a few other things. So y'all make sure y'all are tapped into that. But yeah, we about to turn up. The weekend is gonna go crazy. We will be tapping in every now and then. We're shooting music videos as well. So if you show up, just know that you're gonna be in a music video tonight. We just working, you know what I mean? We'll come back with the full report, with the full recap. King Simon is in Brooklyn. Blue Pill will be in Brooklyn, New York, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday. King Simon is representing his anniversary. King Simon has his anniversary, so they will be in New York. I will be in Atlanta. All right, ATL with the team and whatnot. So tonight is going to be the first night of our quote unquote shingding, and that is going to be what you heard it first. 50 for 50, red and blue pillar. Peace, love, and light to the family. We will see you in the building. Thank you for all of the love. Go ahead and scan the QR code and get your ticket. You know what I mean? And be in the building and be a part of what it is that we have to offer through our arts and whatnot. This is our gift to the people, the gift that keeps giving, the music, the gift that keeps giving, the art, the gift that keeps giving, the science, right? It's the gift that keeps giving. So we're literally doing what? Servicing again, serving the people tonight, a hot plate of food, food for thought, but it's a musical, quote unquote, entree. And somebody said, is this music from 1975 and on? No, this is music that was made from 2005 and on. But when it was made in 2005, it was a compounding of all of those experiences that started in 1975 and even before that. You know what I mean? But we finally got it out in 05 and we've been getting it out ever since. So Twin the album, Christ Consciousness album, Scorpion King album, Red Summer album, KTL mixtape 1, 2, and 2.2, and also the 48 Pillars of Power, along with the Voltron album and some shit that y'all never heard before. All of that is on the way tonight. So with that being said, peace, love, and light to the family. Y'all stay dangerous, and we will be tapped in again very soon. Peace.